Have you ever heard the saying, you have two ears and one mouth for a reason? As a parent, I have used those words to get my children to stop talking and listen. As an adult, I need to be reminded of those words to be an active listener, to listen twice as much as I speak. Hi FCC, I'm Lorelie and I'm an elder here at the church, but also a mom to 3 kids, 2 of whom are teenagers. When my children were little, I would actively tell them that listening required more than just the use of their ears. At the time, I was trying to get them to understand that they must hear the words that I say, followed by obeying the instructions that I had given them. For young children, listening is more about obedience, but as we are working to listen to our community, listening still requires more than just the use of our ears. Listening is a valuable skill. Sometimes we need to hear the words that are being said, but often we need to hear the message that comes between the words. For example, I have learned that when harsh words are being exchanged in my house, sometimes it isn't just a disagreement, but a request for more time and attention. This is very true, especially when my children were little. One child would break a Lego creation or demand that they have a specific place to sit, just to get attention. I called this poking the bear. They didn't care if it was negative attention, just that they were being noticed. The need in this community of children was attention and love. Sometimes that meant a change in scenery was needed. Other times it meant extra time needed to talk about what was really bothering them. As my children have grown, my husband and I have to take the time to teach our children how to have respectful conversations with each other. We have to remind our children that sometimes you need to adjust your tone because what you say is not just the words you use, but the tone in which they are spoken. Often you must take time to let the person speak instead of shouting over someone because you think you know what they're going to say. How often do we just want to get our 2 cents in, but don't take the time to allow others to speak? One of the things that I've really enjoyed as my children have gotten older is listening to what they have to say or what is on their mind. For me, I just need to allow silence and let them speak. My daughter and I have great conversations before she goes to bed each night or when we're running errands. My boys seem to open up more while on walks in the neighborhood. My husband enjoys hearing what the kids say when they are out for bike rides or riding in the car. Listening is a skill that we must continue to practice, but also a skill that needs to be taught. Listening begins at home. Listening begins in your workplace. Listening begins when you take the time to really hear what someone has to say with their words, but also what they say through their actions and their tone. Listening allows someone to be seen. Listening is a form of caring for each other. Sometimes silence is needed in order for listening to begin. I challenge you to ask questions and then be silent. Let the other person lead the conversation. Ask questions about what they're speaking about. Don't give advice or talk about yourself. Just listen. Bye, FCC.